Hi Taurus, this is going to be your reading from April the 16th to the 30th. I hope everyone is having a nice day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm just going to move this back a little bit. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you can be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. For those of you that have late April birthdays, I just want to say happy birthday. And let's get into it. All right, so your message this week is Sacred Plan. This card doesn't represent the plan that God has for your life, more the plan that comes to fruition based on your intentions and your highest good. You have been given the incredible gift of free will, and therefore your thoughts, deeds, actions, intentions are in some way going out into the universe and curating the experiences, opportunities, and energies that are flowing in and out of your life. When this card appears, you're being encouraged to move into a state of surrender, where you recognize that yes, your intentions have an impact on the creation of your life, but those intentions unfold is not down to you, but in the hands of God. The divine plan is your intentions unfolding in a way that God/the universe feels is for your growth and your highest good. Know that every experience you have been through in your life has been a waymaker on your journey towards growth and expansion. And your angels are acknowledging your growth now. If you are trying to force a plan into action, the angelic guidance is to back down and trust the greater good. Often when something isn't happening for us, we're frustrated, but that's only because we don't see that our perfect plan is unfolding. When the ideas or plans go wrong, trust the universe has a greater plan for you. And that greater plan isn't something that you have already been chosen for. It's more accumulation of all your life's intentions, prayers, and actions washing back toward you, and opportunities and experiences. Call on your angels to light up your path ahead, and you feel as though you are facing the unknown, but know that you are being guided and protected. All right. Just give me a minute to pull some tarot cards here, and we'll see where we're at. All right. Let me just feel this energy that I'm feeling, Taurus. For Taurus, please. Okay, it definitely feels like there's something that's almost like we're being intuitively guided to do here. It might be kind of something like a fresh start, maybe initiating something here as well for you, Taurus. But I feel like there's something your gut is telling you, or some intuition that you're having about kind of this new beginning or fresh start that you want to have. I have this Fool energy here, and this Fool in reverse can be energy of fear of jumping into something, fear of starting kind of something new. It could also just be like you feel like restricted, or you're feeling not kind of that childlike sense of wonder or excitement here as well. There's something that, again, there's something fresh, something new, something kind of exciting that wants to happen here. It doesn't have to be this big thing like, starting a new career. It doesn't need to be this big thing of starting a new relationship. It can just be your own kind of mentality here as well. It's followed by this Ace of Wands, which is that igniter, which is that new beginning here, which is this passionate kind of start for you. I always kind of see it as like a spark, right? It's like a spark of imagination, or it's a spark of passion, or a spark of excitement. So sometimes, again, this can represent relationships, it can represent work here as well, or just your own passion kind of being the driving force. It is interesting though, because I have the Temperance card here, which is Sagittarius energy. It's in the reverse, which is just saying we're not really filling our own cup right now. We're not really feeling at peace or feeling tranquil. That's the kind of the whole thing with Temperance is, again, filling your own cup. Sometimes this looks like self-care, self-love. It kind of feels here for you especially as like kind of being your own cheerleader in a way. You know, being like, I can do this, you know, I can, because the fear feels like it's talking to you right now, and maybe because your energy is kind of really low, or you're just feeling like your cup's empty, you know, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're not really feeling at peace with your life. So fear can kind of set in those situations. But for you, it is feeling like we got to kind of support ourselves or be our own best cheerleader here. Like we know what we want, we know what is kind of best for us as well. I do have the King of Swords in the reverse, which is energy of someone that might be cold, could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, um, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini here. When it's in the reverse, it's someone that is kind of withheld, someone that might be using you know, lack of communication for their own better doing here, someone who can't communicate properly, someone who is just kind of uses intellect or tries to act kind of like smarter than kind of everyone else here as well. Because it's the king, it could be someone that's maybe older than you, so there might be a little bit of tension kind of with this person right now. I'll just say this, or this person is kind of making you not really feel at peace with yourself here. We have the High Priestess coming in as well, and the High Priestess is kind of energy of this intuition that we were kind of talking about before. uh, Taurus, it's kind of like we kind of know what to do, we know what we want, our intuition is really strong right now, especially if it's maybe on this kind of King of Swords energy. We'll kind of know what to do in that kind of situation. We do have the King of Wands coming out here as well in the upright. This is fire sign energy, so this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is kind of the person that is kind of like with the Ace of Wands, which talks about kind of creativity, passion, drive. Because it is the king, this person might have a little bit more masculine energy. But we also have the Four of Wands on it here as well, which is kind of talking about our home life or our home foundations. So maybe you are kind of in a home with you know, in the same home with someone who is a fire sign here. But I feel like there's something, maybe a talk about home. Let me get more on this. I'm trying to see what this kind of Four of Wands. Some of you might be having children with a fire sign here as well, because that four is can sometimes represent like celebration of like marriage, celebration of like childbirth, basically home foundational things like that. But I want to see a little bit more on what this kind of Four of Wands could be. Oh, sorry, I must right by the microphone, Taurus. It's about a choice here about maybe a home or a home foundation. So maybe some of you, it's like moving in together. Maybe it's some of you if you want to start a family or home. Maybe for some of you if you want to kind of get engaged, or start kind of saving for something foundational here for yourself. Maybe what home kind of looks like for you as well. Especially maybe if even if it's not in like the physical sense, it's like home maybe in a career. You know, what does that look like for you? And I feel like these plans is kind of sacred plans that's happening right now. You're kind of at a fork in the road in the sense it feels like you're kind of being pulled into maybe one direction, but then there's that other option there, and you're just like kind of, which one do I take? It feels like you're going to trust your intuition. Yeah, they're saying lead with the gut in this situation, because your intuition is really strong right now. So trust that, okay? For Taurus, please. World. There's a completion of a cycle here. Gold card. Some of you might be wanting to move somewhere else in the world, or just traveling in general. Usually the world is a completion of something, an end of kind of a cycle here. But I'm also getting like somewhere about distant in the world, or travel in the world, or something like that. Maybe some of you are thinking of moving somewhere else, or just traveling somewhere in general. Yeah, I don't know why, but it feels like, again, this really, you're really being guided right now to a certain kind of outcome here. And I don't know, I'm trying to feel if this is an outcome that you were expecting or wanting, or if it's kind of like a path to get you where you kind of want to go. Because we have the Four of Cups here in the reverse, and we have the Strength card, they're asking you to put a little bit of courage here for yourself. You know, it feels like a courage to do that leap, to do that kind of first jump that you need to do here, because we have that Fool card in reversed as well. It's just saying, you know, we're kind of fearing that leap. We're fearing on jumping just right into something. But with the Four of Cups in the reverse, it's saying that you're seeing the signs from the universe. It's almost like you see the offers or the opportunities that the universe is kind of bringing in for you. So again, I would just kind of say trust that. Trust if you are seeing the signs, if you're feeling it in your gut. That's kind of like, you know, this is a time to go. This is a time to do, right? Trust that in yourself. I have the Emperor in reverse, which could represent Aries energy. Again, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius kind of all on the board here. So I feel like definitely this kind of fire sign presence is going to be known, or at least here for this kind of 2 weeks. But we have the Emperor in reverse, which is energy of over controlling energy. Someone that is maybe kind of over controlling, overbearing here as well. This could be even yourself, Taurus. Maybe you're finding you need to kind of control everything. But there is this kind of new beginning, especially for you in this emotional energy as well. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups. Sometimes this can represent new love, a new beginning here for yourself, or just your own compassion and love kind of for yourself here too. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse, so I feel like some of you are maybe distancing yourselves in relationships, or maybe moving away from something here for your own kind of benefit, for your own happiness, for your own good, because I see this Nine of Pentacles here as well, which is talking about our self-worth, our self-love. So you might be walking away from certain situations where you feel like someone is just kind of over-controlling or overbearing of you, and you're just like, I can't even deal with this anymore. You know, I'm going to stick up for myself in this situation. This might have an association to do with this kind of King of Swords energy here. I don't know why I'm kind of getting drawn back to this person, but you're just like, it's just not for me. You know, I value myself, I value my own work, and I know this is just not making me happy, or I'm not supposed to kind of be here. And I think you're going to start to see the truth of the situation with the Seven of Swords coming up. This is fessing up energy here. So maybe someone's going to come forward to you with the truth, and then you're just like, okay, well, now's the time to leave, or now's the time to move on to something else here. It's almost like, could be in relationships, like romantic relationships, or for some of you, it could be like in an energy of someone's going to be like, yeah, you're never going to move up in this job here. You know, they're just like, just so you know, like, it's going to be really hard. You can't move up here. And someone's going to come forward to you with the truth about something. Maybe this is this conversation or energy that they're holding back with this King of Swords. But I think you're going to see it, and then you'll be like, okay, on to something else here. Might knock you a little bit with this kind of Seven of Pentacles, because Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is just being like, not being able to see the kind of work that you've done or how far you've come, or appreciating that, like taking the moment to pause and see the work that you've already been done and be proud of it. So they're asking you again just to kind of do that this week. You know, everything's a lesson in this life. Things don't go in like a linear line, we go in cycles, right? So it's just like, it feels like a cycle is completing for you with this World card as well. So just see what you can learn from the cycle, and then use it on the next cycle. Okay, I don't want you to see it. A lot of this kind of has to do with feeling like a failure, feeling like you're, you know, wasted time or energy on something, but it all just kind of carries into the next cycle for you here on your journey. I always see Taurus like journeys like loops, right? It's just like kind of, we're doing this, right? Moving our way up. It's almost like a wheel going up a mountain, you know, it's like, hopefully, unless the wheel's kind of stuck and we're just doing this over and over again. But that would be the wheel, or that would be the world in reversed. So looks like you are kind of moving up here. Yeah. Alright, the Starseed Oracle you got this week was 7 Star Sisters. Birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. There are new creations that want to be born. Ace of Wands. Beauty that's yearning to be woven. New conscious that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to those creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and to do your bit in weaving the web of life. This card is of the artist, of the midwife. You're being called to ponder the question, what wants to be birthed through you? Also, I know it says like talking about creation here, Taurus, but it honestly is kind of feeling like that Four of Wands I was talking about. This maybe starting a family or this kind of pregnancy that is kind of popping up here. What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life, and everything is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Sometimes along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project such as a new business or book. Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or the way you cook. Regardless, the end result you're being called to express in yourself through creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare you and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. And where there's creativity, spirit, soul are present. The world needs more of those qualities now than ever before. What new creations are you being called to birth? You also got Cornucopia. This is a great card to get, by the way. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you. This may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for the greatest feast of abundant value that is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. Alright, Taurus. Sounds like exciting stuff coming in for you here. I feel like, again, there's some next chapter energy coming. I don't know. Maybe some of you are thinking about, starting a life with someone else. Okay. This was your end of the month reading. I hope that helped.